The following program was paid for by Southern American Media. Fox 30 WGBC invites you to the talk of all the towns in East Mississippi and West Alabama. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are of those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views and positions of this TV station.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with
Candace.
All right.
Yeah.
I had to start off by backing up saying I was wrong earlier. Now, that doesn't happen often, but let me go ahead and do this.
What'd you say?
I got confused as to what weekend this was, and I was thinking this was Thanksgiving weekend, and I sort of said the ball game was this weekend. It's actually on state and as we get ready for Ole Miss to play hotty toddy. So it's going to be Thanksgiving. I had my weekends mixed up in my head this morning.
Well, that's easy to do.
It is.
I think around the fall festival time, I said there was a fall festival somewhere that wasn't even one. So, I hope nobody showed up there. Yeah.
So, whoops. Well, Candace said it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I really did. I had it I knew better, but I had it in my mind that it was this weekend. I guess I've gotten in the holiday spirit with turkeys. Mm-hmm. See.
But it's coming up.
It is. Joe's getting ready for that. If you're one of those that is not a great cook, they're cooking turkeys pre-cooked at the Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. So if you need help with that, see Joe.
Look, and I was also in there yesterday and saw that they have ready-made. I guess you just pop it in the oven. Dressing,
Really?
Sweet potato casserole, hash brown casseroles. Let's see, all kind of cobblers. Any of that. It's ready-made in the tin. You pop it in the oven. Heat it up, and you're good to go.
Okay, I missed all that. Joe, you're holding out on me and him talked about this yesterday.
I didn't realize they had those. My daughter was looking for a hash brown casserole the other day. She was kind of in a pinch for time.
And I don't know about you, but those hams, oh my gosh, I eat on those for like weeks after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Love me some ham. Is it the honey ham? Is that what it is?
Well, there is like honey ham, like glazed ham.
It's really good. I don't know what
Smoked ham.
flavor, but
Yeah.
wow.
Brown sugar.
That was a song, I think.
Yeah.
Wasn't it John Cougar Mellencamp?
I think.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Look,
I'm not sure.
Look, I got off on a Christmas tangent this morning, and Santa Brahma Baby Back to Me is stuck in my head. I can't get rid of it from Elvis. I don't need a lot of candy to make my Christmas bright. And I ask you, what is your all-time favorite Christmas song that you just got to hear every year?
I mean, for just a somber kind of songs, I like Blue Christmas.
That's not
by
somber.
Elvis. Well, whatever you call it.
What do you
I don't
call
know.
that
Slow
voice?
songs. Yeah. I like that. Or I like White Christmas. Mm-hmm. Rocking Around the Christmas Tree is an upbeat song. It's
Well, of
always
course,
fun.
your little Brenda Lee.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
And so that's the neat thing about if you ever have a hit with a Christmas song, it lasts forever. It's like Christmas in Dixie was just recorded yesterday.
Yeah.
And I bet you that's been 40 years now.
But now, Mary, Did You Know? That is one of my favorites.
Mary, Kathy Mattea's version or whose version?
I don't know, just any of them. I've heard Carrie Underwood sing it. That's a good one.
And there's always this toss-up, this controversy of Christmas times are coming. Do you go with Jerry Reed or you go with Sammy Kershaw? Both are good.
Yeah.
And then you got to have Alan Jackson or John Denver. Please, Daddy, don't get drunk this Christmas because I don't want to see my mama cry. Boy, I like that song.
Yeah.
But Christmas songs, I just love them. It really puts you in a good spirit.
Somebody said that they like, Summer Griffin said she likes the Alabama Christmas song, Christmas in Dixie. Now, that is a classic. It is.
And there are just so many more. Do you remember John Snyder's Christmas song? Well, I'm fixing to put her on the spot.
No, I'm sure.
Katie's Christmas? About the little girl who her parents are divorced, and the little girl sends a Christmas card to Daddy saying, "Come home, signed it, Mama," and then she sends one to him.
Yeah, I think
then they hook back up for Christmas, bring a tear to a glass eye.
What about Christmas movies?
Oh, of course, there's only one.
What?
That would be It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, that is good. But like, if you've never seen the movie or the little show, it's Christmas Shoes, The Christmas Shoes. There's a song.
Yeah, I know the song.
Also, but there's a little movie about it. It's
Yeah.
kind of like Hallmark style movie, but it is a really good little movie.
Have you ever heard that little thing that I do at Christmas called Roses? We'll have to play that this year.
Okay.
That's a sad one too.
Yeah.
Woo,
But like
doggy.
funny shows, funny movies.
Oh, you got to go with Elf.
Yeah, Elf,
Christmas
National
Story.
Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That's always
Cousin
a
Eddie.
funny one. That's huge, yeah.
That was on Friday night or Saturday night.
Yeah. That's cute. I actually saw a yard decoration that looked like the station wagon with the tree with the roots hanging off of it, and Cousin Eddie out there with his little hose, you know, in his house coat and stuff.
And it's so popular is because everybody has a Cousin Eddie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Y'all know you
about.
do. Don't be acting like you don't.
Yeah, they just about do. But Home Alone's also cute.
Yeah, I like that. My favorite Christmas hymn is "Oh Holy Night." Josh.
Oh, that is pretty.
Yeah, that is a good song.
That's pretty. I just love Christmas music. I love the Christmas movies.
Pretty
and of course,
ribbon.
I'm sure all the men hate the Hallmark Channel right now. But
Yeah, it's pretty bad there.
But you know.
My mother always loved this, and a few of you will remember this. Jim Reeves, a memory of an old Christmas card. She always loved that song. But as it goes along, and of course, then you have to go back to Montgomery Gentry, "Merry Christmas from the Family."
Yeah.
You know that one?
Oh, yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
It's got some funny stuff. And then, of course, Ray Stevens, "The Bad Little Boy." It's a cat's fault. I ain't getting nothing for Christmas.
I know, that's funny. I would love to say a very, very happy birthday to my husband, Kurt.
Oh.
Today is his birthday, so happy birthday, Kurt. Love you.
Is he
have a
getting a
wonderful
present
day.
or anything like that?
I gave him we gave him some stuff this morning.
Oh, well, I'll have to pick on him the rest of the day.
Yeah. He was kind of like, oh, okay.
Hopefully, he'll get a home-cooked meal.
Yeah.
We're just giving you little examples of what to do. Be nicer and don't bother him all day.
Yeah, well, I try. I'm not around him all day today, so give him a little break. Of course, he's at work, so I don't guess he gets a break. Anyway, I hope he has a wonderful day and a happy birthday.
Yeah, I do too. Happy birthday, Kurt. There, Masha Starter, how are you doing today? Good to see you. We've got a lot to talk about what went on overnight of different crimes and things that happened in our community. We're going to get deep into that. Let's look at first about weather. There's some extremely cold weather that is coming, and I made a note. Look at this, Candace, right here on this note that I put in front of you. Mm-hmm. Look at those lows at night.
It is going to be cold. 26 for Thursday night.
Look at this, y'all. 26, 28, 27. This is the coldest that we've had so far this year. So I absolutely urge you, if you have not taken preparations to be ready for this, it's still time to get your gas if you put it off that last little cool snap.
Right.
If you haven't gotten hay or whatever it is that you keep your pets warm with, do so. Now, and as I brought this up, check on your neighbors, especially folks that live alone, that don't have a lot of people checking on them. Just make sure they're okay, that electricity's working, they got gas. Sometimes you don't realize that your gas tank is going out.
Right.
Somebody read the meter for them. Let them know.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
then
check on people.
direct them to where to take a loan out. Because your power bill's fixing to go through the roof. And also, as we all know, those heat pumps never work as good when it gets really, really cold. Just a warning there, in case you wanted to know all that. But it's going to be chilly. We've got that in the forecast as we've got showers that are starting to move out. Let me look over here at radar and just show you what we've got. Now, this has been making its way northeasterly, and it's just a tad left in Lauderdale County. As we pull this up this morning to take a look at Meridian Honda radar, southeastern Lauderdale County has a little bit, eastern Clark County, and a little bit just east of Scuba there, out near Giles, out near David Bryan's house, that area, out near Jimmy Earl's. York, Alabama, a shower or two. But nothing bad. It's moving on and will be completely gone, most likely by 11 o'clock today. That's the good news.
Yes, that is good.
All right. On the way, we've got more. We'll get into what went on overnight, what you should know. All that's next as we start your early, what is this, Tuesday, isn't it?
It is.
Making
It
sure.
is.
Have a sleigh full of fun this season with gifts and accessories from Al's Garden and Gift. The spirit of Christmas shines in the Christmas shop, themed trees, snow globes, nativity sets, and more. Gourmet foods, gift baskets, and certificates are perfect for holiday parties and gifts. Homes will be merry and bright with a custom wreath or centerpiece. Add color outdoors with beautiful blooming winter flowers, and it's the perfect time to plant fruit trees and shrubs too. Charm and beauty await your home. Merry Christmas from Al's Garden and Gift.
On this field, as on the gridiron, each inch is fought for and marked by sweat. Each inch taken through disciplined training. With a Kubota L2501 tackling each inch in the trenches, whether those inches are measured here or here, all adding up to yards. For each yard, Kubota measures victory, and the touchdown is Parish Tractor. Here, we're much more than a tractor store.
If you've got an outdoorsman on your Christmas list, make sure to drop into Garrett's. quality pocket knives with the latest fishing gear of rod and reels. Maybe it's a new set of binoculars or a new scope. With one of the largest selection of firearms, you're sure to find the one you need. Protect your investment with a Browning fireproof safe. With a large selection of deer condos, including the new style, the hay bale. Come by for a quick look. It's all at Garrett's, 3505 8th Street, your Christmas headquarters. And welcome back, Scotty Ray and Candace, as we start this Tuesday together. And when we bring up things that go on in the community, if you haven't made it to work, maybe you own a business in the College Park area, I urge you, go ahead and go in. Take a look around. Make sure nothing has been bothered. Also out in the Highway 45 area, if you're out near the Coca-Cola plant in that area, check your businesses. As we find out that we had 2 burglaries overnight. And here we go. We look into Rose's. Now, this will be right next to, let's pop the picture up here where you can see this. This is right next to, is it Save-A-Lot?
Used to be the TG&Y area years and years ago.
Sure was.
Remember that? Yeah. It was, but yes.
They were broken into last night. Now, we don't know what they got from the business, but we do know they busted the glass and gained entry into the building. Police would spend quite some time there last night. And then we would also learn that happened right at midnight. A few hours later, they would move across town, and they would make their way over to the Phone Doctor. Now, this is right by AutoZone and in between there and the Coca-Cola plant. They would also bust a window out here to gain entry into the building to get in and take what they want. Now, I don't have a list of what they got, and I don't have any video footage to tell you if it's the same people that hit the 4 businesses the other night and the 4 or 5 that we hit the time before that. Most likely, there's a connection. Can I prove that? No. But if you operate a business in those areas, there were a lot of alarms that went off last night. Maybe yours was one of them. Check on your stuff. We're in that time of year in between now going into Christmas. It's going to increase with this stuff. And, of course, the downtown area was hit last night, Sunday night, as we looked at that.
Yeah. And when these people, there's no consequences for what they do. They just randomly go and do whatever they want to do, and they're not afraid that they're going to get caught. They know that the police force is shorthanded.
So they use it to their advantage.
Yeah. So, it's going to take, I know that citizens can't actively go out and do anything as far as like law enforcement would do.
Right.
They can't take matters into their own hands, but it's going to take people working together and calling, if you don't have a video camera in front of your business, put one there. And I urge people to not put it in clear sight because, because like I heard this morning, there was a video camera and they just knocked it off the thing. They see it, they're just going to knock it off.
And then there's also that group, if you remember, the Newport Power Bandits, to where they go and cut every line that goes to a business, including the power, any internet. That's how they gain access.
But I will tell you this, these Ring doorbell things, these things are wireless. Some of them, I think you can hardwire them in, but a lot of them are wireless. You can watch it from your phone. You're notified if anybody even comes up to your door. They're not just for homes. You can use them for businesses.
It's great for exes.
Right.
Like, you don't want them coming over and you go, "Ooh, I ain't going to the front door now."
Yeah. But you can, you could put them in something that, that they're not seeing. Be notified.
Is there going to be more of this? It absolutely is. I hate to sit here and say that, tomorrow it's going to be. It's not. It's going to be more of this. We know this as we track this crime each and every day. And we'll continue to bring you that. And, somebody had asked, why do you do it? Well, people need to know.
Yeah.
You don't need to be in the dark of where this all is. And let me just show you this. As you look at the big map of this, let me pull this up. This is Meridian. This is coming in from 19. This is where all of our shootings, a large portion of them have been happening up Highway 19. This is where Rose's is, right there. That's what was hit last night. So, again, if you've got a business anywhere in this area, even down 8th Street, check it. Generally, they're not known for just hitting one in an area. They do 2.
Yeah.
That's all I know about at this point. Now, let's move over and take a look. This is Highway 39 as we pull this one up. And as we well know, there's been a lot of shootings here, a lot of shootings back in here, and up in this area right here. And this is where, not that anybody was shot and killed, but shots fired in those areas. This right here is right next to the Coca-Cola plant is here. AutoZone is here. This sits right out front. It used to be an ice cream shop years ago. Now, also, I want to urge you on this because have a talk with your employees. If you're watching me and you got a business, make sure that you've got somebody that is really, really responsible that locks up your store when you close at night.
Right.
I can't tell you the times I'm told that a business is left open and thieves come up, pull the door, and it was left open. A back door, side door. They'll clean you out. Mm-hmm. So make sure to have a talk with somebody that's in charge of locking, that they don't get a phone call and you remember as a teenager how things can happen. You get a phone call in your mind,
Yeah. Well, I was listening to somebody talking the other day too, and years ago, and it hadn't been that long ago, I remember people used to come around to businesses. Somebody brought this up yesterday. They used to come around to the businesses and they'd leave a little note on the door that
would be the cops.
checked. Yeah, that the cops did.
Cutbacks. We got any business cards
police, law enforcement officers. Yeah. But
look at you getting politically correct.
Well, I remember you said they didn't like the cops. So, but anyway, they would leave a note on the door that it was patrolled and somebody come around, checked your business, and everything was checked out okay.
Now the criminals come around and leave a card. Hey, drop by. You didn't have anything I wanted. When you get an inventory?
But really, that doesn't happen anymore. I don't know. And I know they're shorthanded. I know they are.
Has a lot to do with it.
Right. It does. It does.
But we need a change, and we do hope the administration will step forward to move this. Now, let's move to our next story that happened yesterday. I was almost convinced 100% when it happened that it was armed robbery. I would get in touch. It was reported as that, and I would get in touch with police, and it was changed to larceny. This would be North Frontage Road, the Dollar General. Let's pull this up where everybody can see this. This is the scene here. I got video sent to me as police arrived on the scene here. As we pull this up, as you can see here, this is the scene as police arrive. The Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office also assisted with this. Now, the person would run out of the parking lot, leave the Dollar General, and make it down to, where the railroad tracks are, where you can see the 18th Avenue Bridge going toward the hospitals. They would be stopped.
And they're doing work in those areas also. But
they would be transported back for identification. Is this the guy that was in here? The clothing matched, and it was. Now, again, they changed it to larceny, which means there was not a gun. But originally, and I had a lot of people post, that's not what I heard, but the official statement from MPD was that there was no gun. I hadn't seen the video, so
right.
So I'm assuming that someone got confused during that. It's scary that somebody comes in and takes things. You can get...
So there was no gun on the camera, or there was no gun when they got him? Because, you take off running, I'm sure you could pitch it.
That's true.
You want to.
I don't know the answer to that. But he wasn't charged with that. It was larceny. But I would have to actually see the video to do that. And sometimes with chain stores, it's a lot harder to get the video than it is of somebody that I personally know.
Right.
They usually work with you if it's a local business. When it's a corporate office, it's a lot harder.
Is there any kind of a group where for the businesses in Meridian where they meet periodically, and have a meeting together?
Well, there was, and I was involved in it. It was called BAND. Do y'all remember that with the Meridian Police Department? It started. I don't think it's had any more than two meetings.
Okay.
I'd have to get back. The officer that was kind of heading that up is no longer with the Meridian Police Department. I don't know if they've appointed a new officer to handle that or not.
Okay.
But and it was for business owners to get in, talk about what they see. And it would be good if you go around, if you've got 10 or 12 businesses in your area, and have a group text.
Right.
Everybody, you send one text, everybody knows what's going on in your area.
I think that's a good thing.
Candace just walked in. But watch yourself. We're not trying to scare anybody. I don't want anyone to take anything wrong. We're just trying to help you protect yourself and everybody in the community.
Yeah. Because the reality is, this is the reality of what is happening, and you don't need to be in the dark about it. You need to know. You need to be aware of what's happening in your area. If there's been break-ins down the street, wouldn't you want to know that?
Now, Denise just made a comment there. She said, Scotty Ray, I'm still waiting to hear Jimmy Smith's plan. As mayor, he said over a year ago he had one. We hadn't gotten it yet. But it's each and every night. Now, are there times, and I've brought this up several times, sometimes a dog, an animal, a cat will bump a glass and cause an alarm to go off. But now is not the time to dismiss that as just that.
Right.
Get up and check it out. You work too hard for what you do for a living to do it.
Right.
And like you said, those Ring cameras, if you don't have a big budget, that's a great way to start. You've got...
They're not super expensive, seriously. I mean, you can get inexpensive ones, and they work really good. You can go all the way up and spend a whole lot of money if you want to. But if you need something that will notify you if somebody even walks up to your door,
Right.
or even it's a wide span on the video. If anybody comes anywhere in that range, it's going to notify your phone, and you can automatically go on there and check out your camera and see who it is. It records it. You can speak to them through there if you want to, but you could take a screenshot of their face or what they're driving if it's in front of the camera. I mean, it's really helpful. It really is.
It'd be almost like we, in the community at this point, we almost need like a community meeting each week.
That's what I'm saying.
Or bi-weekly to where officials come and answer questions.
And I think that would be a great idea. I mean, I do. While this mess is going on.
But as we both know, there's been murders and there's been no press conferences, no speaking there. So what would make me think that a burglary would cause somebody to want to talk?
I don't know. But until you get, and I've heard this said many times, and it's the truth, until you get leadership that people feel confident in,
right,
you're not going to have people step up to work for them.
That's right.
You're just not.
You get somebody in the shop that orders wrong hair color, and Candace, she ain't doing nothing for you no more. It's over. It's all about leadership, isn't it?
But it is. It's about leadership. I know we joke about stuff like that, but that's what it's about. I mean, people quit if they don't feel confident in the people who is running the show. They're going to quit because, they don't feel like they have their back.
Yeah. And I don't think most people that are watching us and people that I know personally don't want to give up on our town.
No.
We just know that it's going through a very rough spell right now.
And there is people steadily opening businesses downtown, trying to grow the town, trying to, just really make it a nice place for people to come from out of town. I mean, we have so many different things downtown, a lot of venues where people go for weddings. And, it's just been so much put into it. It's just not feasible to just turn a blind eye.
What was that song? I Need a Hero.
Yeah.
A night. I forget what it was. I think that was. I think that is from. What was that dancing show there? Footloose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if I remember right.
But I mean, it's really. I think a meeting, like a bi-weekly meeting, might be a good idea. I know. Maybe we could get with somebody and get something like that together.
Here's some of the numbers, and I'd spoke with Chris about this. Since Chris has left, that was back in July of 21. They had a budget for 85 officers in Meridian. At the time that he left, we had 74 officers, 4 in the academy, 3 were being sworn in to be hired. Had 11 detectives, 7 special ops, and it says, note, $9.2 million budget for salaries. Since July of 21, MPD now has 17 to 20 sworn patrolmen, 5 detectives, 28 murders since the officer was left, and an officer killed in the line of duty. Property crime has exploded, almost on a daily occurrence. And those are the facts. That is, all of that is true. We just got to move forward and get some folks that are willing to step up to the plate for our community, I think is the best way to put it.
Because this ain't working. I mean, it's how things are going right now. I don't know what they're doing down there, but it's not working.
And again, I want to be very clear about this. This is not the patrolman. This is not the police department's fault.
I'm sure they're overwhelmed. I'm sure they're doing, all they can do. They can't be everywhere all at one time.
Yeah, it's just you've got to have more, and we got to have a plan that comes from administrative level, and that's what we're looking for. We got more coming up. We do hope your morning is going well. We're going to try to put a smile on you before you get out of here. Yeah, it doesn't hurt. It's all on the way with Scotty Ray and Candace. Good morning to you.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes. And they even do work on motorcycles. With the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
One of the most important places to you is your home. That's why Patrick Allen Companies is proud to provide style, functionality, and security to your home. There's nothing quite like a well-designed overhead garage door or vinyl replacement windows, or the safety of a storm shelter to help your family feel protected. Patrick Allen offers doors and windows for commercial and industrial with dozens of innovative designs. Patrick Allen Companies, safety, service, and satisfaction.
Well, at the farm supply, they're wide open this morning. They showed up at, they've been there an hour already. Doors are open, coffee's being sipped, and they're getting ready to take care of folks. If you're looking for cameras, you need a deer camera, those are handy to do. Deer season, we're getting ready for opening day this weekend. If you hadn't got everything you need, come by. They got gloves and a whole lot more additives that can make your deer hunting experience great. Maybe you need a new blind. And they got those with feeders. And the gift shop wide open as we get ready for the holidays. Something for, everybody there. You need a knick-knack, they've got it.
Yes.
Along with comfortable chairs for the outside, for the deck, wherever you may be, including all this. Look, just
look at
gorgeous.
all these decorations they have. Yes, they
I
have
like
anything.
those trees.
Oh yeah, they're always very, very pretty.
I don't know if that'll fit in your car put together, but you can sure ask.
I'd love that nativity thing.
Yeah, I see them. They've got something for you there, including work boots, and a whole lot more seed and feed for all your horse and cattle. See them at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. It's exit 151 right off the interstate.
Yes. Look, we have got two young men that we want to recognize for honor roll.
Uh-oh.
So we're very proud of them. Caden McDonald made the AB honor roll, and Caden Morgan at Enterprise High School made honor roll. So congratulations for that. And I think it's a wonderful thing. You put a lot of hard work into that. That does take a lot of hard work to make an honor roll.
I can think back on my career, and I never made it.
I didn't make an honor roll. I don't think.
And then there was my kid that come along that was on it every time.
Well, that is a very big honor. It really is. So congratulations. We're proud of y'all.
Yeah, it's hard to do that.
And anybody who's made honor roll, just because we don't mention them, doesn't mean we're not proud of you.
But neither one of us, between the two of us, never made it.
I didn't make honor roll. Look, if math had been left out of the equation, you
could have made it.
I might have.
What about, did you?
I don't know, though.
Did you make U's like I used to in handwriting?
No, I had pretty good handwriting. And my little one, my 8-year-old, he's got very good handwriting for a boy, too. I mean, a lot of times, that's not.
I don't know if they even have U's anymore, but I never got above the U when it come to unsatisfactory with my handwriting skills.
Yeah, we used to have the S's and the U's. Remember that? Mm-hmm.
Satisfactory.
Now they have mastered or.
Really?
It's different now.
Huh. Didn't know all that.
But this is second grade, though, so.
All right. I remember it long ago.
Yeah, they have the letter grades for the upper grades, I guess. But.
A lot of y'all will remember this. It wasn't really all that long ago. Back in the 70s, there was a big old hit. Old boy that done this song was born in 1928 on this date, and it was huge. It went from country to rock. It was number one in all formats at one point. Anybody remember Convoy? Mm-hmm. C.W. McCall was born on this date in 1928, back during the CB craze. Of course, that was a great movie. If you've never had a chance to watch The Rubber Duck, I urge you to go back and watch that. It was dark of June. No, it was the 6th of June. Yeah. Kenworth hauling something. It's been a while since I heard it. Anybody remember the Mary Tyler Moore Show? Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
I don't remember what his first name was on there, but it was Ed Asner. What was his character's name? Anybody remember?
I can't remember.
He was born on this date.
Okay.
He ran the newsroom. It's been a while since I watched Mary Tyler Moore, but I do remember it as a kid with all the clocks in the background in the newsroom there. She was always
funny, though. She was a funny lady.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see here what else. 1956. This was really one of the better movies that he ever made. Anybody out there go to the premiere of this? Anybody remember 1956? Love Me.
I might have been Tender. Yeah. I might have been a thought. Maybe
Not
I
in
don't know.
56, because you didn't come along to what?
I didn't come along for 20 years later, but I
Yeah,
might have
you
been
were
thought
not.
somebody's mind.
Nah, I don't think you were.
Who knows? But yeah, I was not born in 56.
Oh, but what a great movie that was. And that
Lou
was one of
Grant.
his. Yeah, Lou Grant. He even had a television show after that called Lou Grant, after that show died.
Yes.
Mr. Grant, Debbie Moles. Thank you. Appreciate that. Even Steve knew it. I'll tell you, we can't outsmart nobody, can we?
I know.
Thank y'all so much for the advice on that. Let's see here. Now, most people associate this with Willie and Waylon. But long before Waylon and Willie ever went into a studio and done this, a guy came across My First Taste of Texas. Anybody remember that? He wrote this song. He would record it, have a huge hit with it, but it would become legend after Waylon and them grabbed it. Ed Bruce, the guy that wrote Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys, was born on this date.
That's a good song. It really is.
I like that. Don't let them pick guitars and drive them old trucks.
I know.
But that was big in '75, and then of course when Waylon and Willie did it, it even went bigger and bigger. 1989, a show that I never got. It would be big. Ladies still watch it to this day, and hopefully it will not be played during the Thanksgiving holidays where you're trapped and can't get away from your television, and you have to watch this.
I love this movie. Steel Magnolias.
I didn't get it.
I loved it.
It was somebody was sick. Am I right?
The
In home?
daughter, Sally Field's daughter, which was played, by Julia Roberts. I had a mind thing. I think.
Mind thing.
Yeah. But anyway, she had, she was a diabetic really, really bad, and she ended up having a spell where she passed out.
Is that
and
what the whole
ended up
movie was
passing
about?
away. Yeah. Well, no, I mean, she was getting married, and it was just a group of women that were just a real close-knit group of women, and they, it was
I
just
remember
about their
watching Dolly
life.
bounce through there, and I thought, I can't take no more of this. I got to go.
It was about their life. Each one of them had a different
Shelby was her
thing
name.
going on. Shelby, yeah. A lot of people name their kids Shelby after
Really?
that movie. Yeah, I remember that. But it was a really good movie. And Sally Field she played a great part on that. She's a good actor. But I thought it was cute. I like Weezer. What? Shirley MacLaine
Yeah.
played Weezer.
Yeah. I had to bone out on that movie. It just didn't grab my attention. It was really specifically after a certain group of folks, and I wasn't one of them.
Yeah, but it was good, I thought.
So LaWanda said she went in a diabetic coma in that movie.
She did. She had a couple of spells, like on her wedding day, she was getting dressed in the beauty salon and had one of those spells, and they had to give her orange juice and candy or something. I don't know.
JT reminded me that as the song of Convoy kicked off, it was the dark of the moon on the 6th of June. Hate y'all don't all know that. 1994, this was the song that came about in Nashville, that it was written and no one would touch it. They were scared to death of it. Well, you just don't talk about your own. Alan Jackson was a big enough old boy to where he grabbed the song and made a #1 out of it. It told the truth. It told Nashville what was really going on. The name of it was Gone Country. Anybody remember that?
Yep.
And it basically told the story of how everybody and their brother that wasn't country came to Nashville to make $1 off of it.
Yeah.
How true it is, and now there's no one left in Nashville with any power that knows anything about country. What a shame it is, but that's the hard, cold facts. I know it. Anybody remember 2018? I do.
Yeah.
It was those eyes that you got mesmerized with because he made them the entire time he played and sang. He was funny. I do know that. And his biggest song was Thank God and Greyhound She's Gone. Roy Clark passed away on this date back in 18. And, of course, he was the sidekick on Hee Haw that was big.
Yes.
Roy Clark. He had a extensive car collection that they sold
Really?
off after he passed away.
Really?
From Rolls Royces to a little bit of everything.
Goodness. It's about like Jay Leno.
He
having all
got
those-
hurt this
yes,
week.
I just saw that yesterday. He got burned. It was something to do with gasoline, and it caused a fire, and he was burned really bad. So he's at a burn center being treated.
Yeah, it was one of those old-timey steam power type, and it blew. Whoo, boy.
Scary.
Candace cast her vote on this back in 2017 to make this man the sexiest man alive. Anybody remember it?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that he ever got that.
Yeah, I don't know that I would.
Sexiest man alive.
No, I don't know.
You
that
don't
I
think
would-
so?
Mm-mm, I don't think so.
You know,
I mean, I'm not saying he's bad looking, but I wouldn't say he was the sexiest
well,
man
do
alive.
tell us who is the sexiest
I don't know.
man alive.
I don't get into all that.
No. Just from the hip, who would you first thought put into that?
I don't know. I've always
It's got to
thought
be
Paul
somebody.
Newman.
Paul Newman.
I mean, he's not alive, I guess.
That doesn't matter, but that was Paul Newman. Oh, Blue Eyes.
Yeah, I always thought Paul Newman was very handsome.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
If you'd have said Pee Wee Herman, we was going to have a long talk.
No. But yeah, Paul Newman and let's see, Robert Redford was always good looking back in the day.
Yeah, I heard Mickey Gilley talk about that one time. He needed an overhaul. Don't the girls get prettier at closing time?
Yeah.
That's a quick look at that. Maybe you agree with that survey. And I'm not sure who's up for that in 22 or 23 when the next one comes about of who's going to get that famous award.
Yeah, I don't know who calls those.
Do they actually have
That.
voting on it?
I don't know, but I mean, I don't. Some of these people that they pick, I'm thinking, what in the world?
Tom Cruise,
yeah.
we're hearing, is the sexiest man alive. Isn't he like 80?
I don't know, but he ages well. He and
Great doctors.
Rob Lowe looks like he's not aged a day. I mean, he looks the same as he's always looked. So.
James Gardner. Yeah, James Gardner was a cool cat.
Oh, yeah.
I liked him. Clint Eastwood, Jessica Davis
Yeah.
is throwing out there of sexiest man alive.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, some of these, I don't know about some of these that they pick, though.
Scott says he believes it's based upon the man's bank account size as to how good looking he is. I tend to agree with Scott.
Some people might say that. I don't
Matthew
know.
McConaughey's name is getting thrown out there by Marcia. Mm-hmm. Who is the old boy that he's now in Yellowstone also that played in Sweet Home Alabama? The lead guy that was in Sweet Home Alabama that plays the
he's
the
in
young.
Yellowstone?
Yeah, he plays the younger version when they do the trip
okay.
back in time of when he was a young guy. He
Okay.
plays the part of Kevin Costner.
Okay. So Donna White says Sam Elliott.
But do you know his name?
I don't
Okay.
know what his name is.
So we just call him Mr. Sweet Home Alabama dude.
Yeah.
He's always had that cool look, I guess you could say. Dolly has always had a couple of great assets to make her look a little bit better than the rest. She is really a beautiful woman. There's no doubt.
She is. And she has a good sense of humor. I mean, she really does. Have you ever heard
yeah.
her say any? Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston is a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
I was sitting, there's a lot of the older actresses that were just absolutely gorgeous. You get back into Raquel Welch, but there are still beauties that are coming out every day now.
But there's nothing worse to me than seeing somebody that you think, oh, is so nice looking, and then you actually talk to them.
And they ruin it.
And they're like, I don't think that anymore.
Yeah.
Their attitude or the way they treat people or something like that, that can ruin it for anybody to me.
It plays a
It can make
huge
you
part.
an ugly person.
It can.
Yeah, it really does.
Oh, my gosh. Me and Candace agree
Yeah.
on something.
It really can.
Yeah, you've hit on it there.
Yeah. So
Tom
I love
Selleck.
how some of these actors and actresses really, their heart,
Is his name Josh Lucas that we're getting here? Is that what that is, the name of that guy from Sweet Home Alabama? I think you're right.
It could be. There's a couple of people who say
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
Josh. But he just
Look,
seems...
Connie Dunn says Scotty Ray.
Oh, look at you. I'm in your corner. I like you a whole lot there. My husband remembered, Debbie
Yeah.
said. So that is who that is. He just seems like the all-American good
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
And the old boy that played the part, he's just common looking, but I think he's the boy that was in The Notebook, whatever his name is. Gosling or something.
Oh, yeah, Ryan Gosling.
He seems like a decent guy.
Yeah.
I always judge them on the characters that they play. If I like the character, then I kind of interested in them.
Right.
I don't know who Kevin Owens is. He kin to Buck?
He might
Is he a first cousin? JT Rigdon said, "What's the deal? Ain't nobody mentioned his name."
That's cute.
Scotty Ray and Candace, good morning. Put a smile, grab a cup of coffee, and let's face this day together.
Yes.
It's that time again. Christmas open house at Hickory Pickin' and the Red Goat General Store. It all happens November the 26th from 9 in the morning until 5 that afternoon. If you're looking for yard decorations or stockings, anything Christmas, they have it for you. And one of my favorites, samples and refreshments, sales throughout the store, and Christmas music playing to get you in the holiday spirit. It's the annual Christmas open house at Hickory Pickin' and the Red Goat General Store. Exit 115 in Hickory.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealers simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealers are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealers Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
Time to stop spending your entire weekend mowing grass. Step up to a Skag zero-turn lawnmower. Freeman Tractor in Collinsville has the #1 rated zero-turn mower, Skag, with cutting widths from 36 inches to 72 inches. Skag, the #1 choice of professional landscapers because they know nothing outcuts or outlasts a Skag. 0% financing for 48 months with payments starting as low as $129 a month. Stop by Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 and see coleslaw or buttermilk.
Well, everybody's at it today at Chet's Paint and Body. You'll find them in Center Hill. They're working on cars that's been brought in, whether it's a fender bender or a deer that played a trick on you, or maybe you backed into your own car. That's been done many a time. It just happens. Somebody parks behind you and you forget. You get a little ding. Well, Chet can fix it maybe before your spouse comes home. Send them out of town and get it fixed. Chet will have it ready on time. Talk to them. They'll explain it all and help you with the paperwork and all that's done with that. Get you that estimate there to send to your insurance company and get you back with real parts that match your car, paint that matches it. All happens there on Highway 495. They're located in the sharp curve. You can't miss them. It's big. It's Chet's Paint and Body. That's the paint booth there. Visit with them today. They'll give you an estimate and have you on your way and help you get a rental car. It all happens there at Chet's. Friendly folks that you probably know. A great name. Visit with them.
Yes.
What is it? 8:41 as we start this morning there. Wow, it has been flying.
It really has. It's crazy.
Let's look about.
It just flies right on by.
It does. Carrie Lake pretty much admitting defeat now. Well, she's mad about it, but
Yeah.
she's not going in office.
I really don't understand these people being put back in office that, you know.
Yeah.
It's been a disaster up until this point. It really has. And now they're just going to keep on going.
That's, well, yeah. Yes, no other way to put it.
But what I didn't understand is this Kelly Hobbs, she was in charge of the election, and she was a runner in the election. I didn't think that was too.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
I don't either.
I wasn't even aware of that until you just said that, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, that's what I understood, is that she was the one in charge of overseeing the election, and then she's one of the, people in it. I didn't think that was fair.
Doesn't sound good. Let me give you some stuff that I don't think sounds right, where America's headed and why. When somebody does something wrong and they're reprimanded and they go, well, I don't understand why I'm wrong. Let me give you an example. Y'all heard of that site called OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of an adult site,
It's
so
like
to
a
speak.
risque site.
Yeah, you can show pictures of yourself and supplement your income, so to speak. Well, a school teacher, she's married, got a husband who's a school teacher, and they said, well, we just can't make ends meet. So they started a fans-only site together. They went and took pictures in her classroom. People at the school saw this, and they were promptly fired. She doesn't have a clue why she was fired. She doesn't see anything wrong with it. I mean, really? Has judgment gotten that?
No, that's just common sense. Is she lacking common sense altogether? I mean, she must be.
They're shocked that they got fired.
I don't know. It's crazy.
Now, do I think that school teachers are underpaid? Absolutely. Do I understand their struggles of having kids trying to get by?
Right.
But
Let's go to my classroom where I teach children and
take a few pictures.
take a few, risque pictures. What's the harm?
I have to agree
No
with this
common
next
sense.
statement. It wasn't. Yeah, I can't watch Jeopardy because I can't play along. I cannot answer
either.
sentences with a question. It's not going to happen, so it's no fun to me. But they are really getting attacked. You remember the Brian guy?
Brian Laundrie and the Gabby Petito.
Have you seen the question that they ask? And there's no other way. It was a clue trying to get them to say alligator. And they get into this. How did he? Let me get down here to it. I had it pulled up earlier. In 2021, fugitive Brian Laundrie ended his days in Florida's Creek area, home to these long-toothy critters. And you're supposed to answer that with an alligator. Didn't that cross a line? Wouldn't you think that that's not the best way to do that?
Yeah, that was kind of tacky.
Yeah, and fans are going, I don't like that.
And a little more morbid, if you would call
Think
it
about
that.
his parents. Do
Yeah.
you think they like that?
Yeah.
I thought that was worth
I
mentioning.
think
that
they had a lot more questions or whatever you want to call it that they could have put up there besides that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still fresh, too. I mean, that's like just
Again,
happened.
that's that line of, does someone not know that that's wrong? Now, no one is perfect, don't get me wrong, but that's pushing it a little bit of, you should have used a little common sense on that.
Right.
We go to Maryland. How sad this story is. We see that a 13-year-old boy was trying to make a little extra money by raking leaves. He was shot and killed in a drive-by, raking leaves. The scene of America as we look at all of this. I did not realize this about Jennifer Aniston. We brought her up earlier. Her father has passed away. I had no clue that he was an actor.
You know, I had heard that a while back, but I wasn't sure exactly who he was.
Days of Our Lives is where he was.
So I wonder if Aniston's not her real last name. I wonder if Anthony.
Maybe so.
So, oh wait, no, it says John Anthony Aniston. Excuse me, I missed that. I thought Anthony was his last name. Okay.
Yeah, I've never watched Days of Our Lives, so I've never known him, but
I didn't realize that was her father, though. I didn't.
that'd be tough having a daughter that is such a sex symbol, and yeah, that'd be tough. That would be tough. We've got. I don't know if you saw this during the premiere of Yellowstone. Did you watch that?
No, I actually tried to watch it last night, and I kept dozing off. So,
All right. Well, there's a new show that they premiered during it that I got to watch. I mean, it got my attention. I got to go there. Tulsa. It's going to star Sylvester Stallone. And they sent him to Tulsa. I guess he's made somebody mad to start his own little crime thing. They're getting him out of where he is. And he goes to Tulsa to start his own crime ring.
I did see the previews.
It looks good.
It does. It does.
So y'all be ready for that. But it brought this up when I read this headline. A retired detective in Kansas City is going to the pokey. He's been hanging out with a drug kingpin, and what do? Oh, they started conspiring to start a sex trafficking operation. An actual detective is being arrested for this.
I don't understand how I mean, you have to be an evil, evil person to head up something like that.
You do.
I mean, that is just awful.
It's a headline across America. You know that guy that was in the 70s show, the red-headed guy that always stayed in the basement?
Yeah, a while back, he was in the news because he'd gotten in trouble.
Yeah, he's still there, and he asked the judge politely, hey, throw out all these charges. I don't want to go to jail. And the judge said, no, I'm not doing that. You still got to stand trial. The trial is ongoing right now. Scientology played a big part of that. And they're even saying, and we don't know that it's true, this is stories that come out about this, to where members of the church went to people that this happened to and asked them not to tell the truth.
There was allegations, though, of multiple rapes, right?
Yes, multiple. If he's convicted, he'll spend a long time.
Yeah.
John Bradley said the name of that show is Tulsa King is the name of it. I was close. I had it Tulsa. But boy, it sure looks good. Y'all pay attention. You might like that one. Arguments happen with neighbors. It happens here. We've seen it. People getting scrap over a landline or a tree that blocks their vision. Next thing you know, things go south. And that's just what happened here in California. A 74-year-old has been found dead on his porch. He was beat with a baseball bat with an argument with a neighbor. I guess there's some things I couldn't. This is why I couldn't be in law enforcement, because I could not handle dealing with this on an everyday basis of having to go investigate. I really couldn't. God bless y'all.
It would take a toll, I would imagine, on anybody. Goodness. They have to deal with a whole lot.
Here's another common thing that is happening across America everywhere. Everybody wants to take a picture of themselves, the selfie. It's best to have somebody take the picture of you instead of you trying to do it, because
your arms always.
We got another man that has fell to his death. He fell 40 feet off a cliff trying to take the perfect picture in Brazil. You lose your footing quick.
Yeah, somebody did that not long ago. Fell off of something. I don't know if it's a cliff or.
I like to. Yesterday got involved in a wreck. I had to take the ditch. I topped a hill near 495, and somebody was in my lane. It didn't set well.
Yeah.
But thankfully, it was like yay close. I couldn't even think to get to the horn. All I could think about was going to the ditch.
Scary.
To knock my car out of alignment. Lord have mercy.
I hate that. You run off the edge of the road, and the edge is like that far from the ground, and
And which can cause you to flip if you're not careful. Thank goodness nothing happened on that. Now, I don't know about this. They're saying they're coming out with a drug. I don't know if I would take it. That would help with losing weight. And the way it works is that your favorite food that you go to when you want to eat it makes you want to get sick with the thought of it. Would that deter you from eating it?
I mean, if I got sick feeling looking at it or something, yeah, it would.
Wegovy, is that how you pronounce that?
Wegovy.
Wegovy makes you feel repulsed to the food that you want to eat. Huh. So how could you eat anything is my question. Yeah.
You know, I've heard of a lot of these weight loss things making people nauseous. You know, I've talked to several people that has taken one that I'm not sure if it's the Ozempic one. I don't know. It's a shot, and they've taken it. It's actually.
Did they lose weight from it?
I think it's something to do with controlling blood sugar or something. I'm not real sure, but yeah, they've lost a lot of weight. A lot of weight, but
it is.
And I think you're only supposed to stay on it a certain period of time. I want to say maybe 6 weeks. You're not supposed to go past that. But they told me that they were very nauseated, you know, while they were taking it.
So that maybe not the best idea to take that.
Yeah, I just don't think I'm gonna do that. But anyway, to each his own.
It is. Moral of the way, sometimes just quit not eating as much as you should.
Yeah.
I'm one to be talking.
I mean, hormones, I think, play a big role in like women gaining weight. I really do.
Well, I mean, just hormones in general, because a man is always wrong, and it's due to hormones.
And it could play a role in men, too. Like
men are just
weight,
naturally grumpy. It just comes with it.
Well, man,
leave me alone.
Yeah, I guess so. But anyway.
Scotty Ray and Candace, good morning. It is a Tuesday morning as we bring those smiles and welcome in the day for you. The Square Peg Mini Mall is located across from the Neshoba County Co-op in Philadelphia. And they're getting ready for the Christmas season with a large variety of furniture and over 30 vendors to browse through. You can take advantage of the layaway on furniture and not pick it up until Christmas Eve. The inventory is constantly updating, and there's always a chance for a surprise when you step inside. Family owned and operated, where they treat you like family. Come visit the Square Peg Mini Mall located at 335 West Main Street in Philadelphia.
Health Now is your locally owned medical equipment store. Every person's need is a little different, and they offer a little bit of everything from hospital beds, wheelchairs, reclining back wheelchairs, breathing treatments, CPAPs and supplies. They even have walkers, bath products, and oxygen. And the great thing about Health Now is they offer same-day service. They're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on call 24/7. Health Now Medical Equipment, where we treat our patients like family.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel.
Well, if you're thinking, boy, I sure wish my wife or my husband would cook me a biscuit, head on down to Maples. They got it for you in Causeyville or also out in Causeyville. Help you out there. A lot of bacon going on there with grits and great things to eat.
Really good, especially with my stomach growling.
Oh, boy. We got chicken and some plate lunches coming up a little bit later on today. It's going to be happening at the same locations. You can get yourself one there. Visit with them. Glad you did. Coffee and cold drinks, candy bars and tater chips, those Doritos. Some kind of good there. Maybe it's Lay's that you like or Pringles. They got all brands, including a little bit of pizza. And if you need a lottery ticket as the numbers start to climb again, they got that. Not selling as much ice cream on these cold days, but there are folks that are hooked that have to have it. See them. Maple's One-Stop Shop, 6 locations from Causeyville, Pine Springs, Bonita, out at Last Chance Tobacco, Broadmoor, and 31st Avenue. See them. Maple's One-Stop Shop.
Might need to trade you ice cream for your coffee.
Yeah. It'd be
they do
time
have
to
the
do
coffee plan.
But I got a buddy of mine that has like 2 bowls every night before he goes to bed. Probably not a good time as we were talking about losing weight. Or when you're not supposed to eat right before you go to bed, right? No matter what.
I know, but for some reason, that's when I'm the hungriest.
And what about?
When I go to get ready to go
Now,
to bed.
Kurt told me that you had brought in that Kit Kat bag and put it next to the bed of the Halloween to where you don't have to get up anymore and you just reach over and undo the wrapper.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
It's easy because it's easier. I ain't got to get
I
up
will
then.
say Kit Kats do not last very long in my house. So Kit Kats,
Break me off.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
So do you put them in the freezer, or are you one of those?
No, they don't last long enough to have to be frozen.
But there's a lot of
At our
people that
house.
really love the frozen Reese's peanut butter cup.
Now I made a pie one time, I think it was, or something, a cake. I don't know. It was a cheesecake, and I froze some Snickers, and then I put them in my mini chopper because when you chop them up, if they're frozen, they'll chop easier.
We're trying to tell you how to lose weight, and now we're talking about Reese's peanut butter cups. We're not on real good help, are we?
Yeah, we're not.
Who was that talking about the carbs, cutting back on those? Yeah, low carb.
Low carb, no sugar. It works. You know, I've heard of people trying to lose weight I was telling you about that just take anything white and get rid of it out of their house. Like anything like food-wise, like potato chips, bread, anything flour, you know. Don't eat anything white because I've always heard it turns to pure sugar.
It may.
So, yeah.
I ate a banana this morning. Uh-oh. Anita Charles joins us from Northeast Arkansas this morning. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate that. Do you see where the cost of flying is skyrocketing? Now from New York City to L.A., $1,000 for your ticket. And most people are saying, I'll just drive or I won't go at this point.
Yeah,
That's high.
That is crazy high. Yeah. It
Maybe
is.
a last-minute flight you can see paying a little bit overboard, but
Everything
mercy.
is so high, though. Really, it is. I mean, I went the other day and just got a few items. It was like $51.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
it was ridiculous. You would have never thought that by looking at it.
we brought up Yellowstone a minute ago. Did you realize it beat everything? 12.1 million Americans tuned in to watch that season opener. 12 million people. That
gotta go
was a
back
lot.
And watch it.
I'm pulling there for you. Let's see here. As we look around, some more stories there. Ivanka, did you see that where she made the mistake there where she tweeted a picture and she cut out Kimberly Goforth?
No,
I mean, just cut her out, and then she apologized later and reposted the whole picture, said she didn't mean to.
She's the one that looks like she's painted her dress on, right? The long dark hair.
Oh, I've never noticed her figure ever.
Oh, really? Okay. Somehow I don't believe
She's
that.
she's a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
I think she'd make a great president one day. Never know.
Of what organization?
I mean, she runs it. She pretty much runs old Trump stuff.
Okay.
She's a smart
No,
lady.
we're not talking about the blonde, are we?
We're talking about Ivanka.
No, I'm not talking about her.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the
Oh, you're talking about the one that just got married?
fiance, Don Jr.'s fiance.
Oh, you're talking about Kimberly Goforth.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking
No,
about.
I thought you was
That's
talking
the one
about-
she cropped out.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But I thought you was talking about the other one. Whoops.
No, I like Ivanka. I think
She just
she's
can't seem to find dresses that fit her.
Yeah.
I've watched for years on Fox News. I'm like, oh, that poor girl.
I'm
That
not
sure is
saying I
tight.
don't like this lady because I don't even know her. I'm just saying if you're in the spotlight, you might want to buy something that is not so fitted.
I
would
think
just
that's
say.
why she's in the spotlight, Candace.
Okay.
Join us tomorrow morning. Thank y'all so much.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: